Hello everyone, welcome back to the project. A special episode today. You'll notice it's a longer episode than usual, and that's because one of the comments the other day said third place isn't automatic promotion. It's actually third through sixth. It's playoffs, and they're absolutely right. And that's the reason why we didn't see the players celebrating at the end of last episode when we reached the magic points total that took us out of the reach of Rayo Vallecano. Therefore, today's episode could mathematically see us uncatchable for the automatic promotion places. And then depending on that, we'll maybe play another game and see how we get on. Because I would like to start a brand new week with a brand new challenge. And all things being well, come Monday, I'm hoping we're going to be in the Primera División. So we're just going to make some changes here. Berg out of form, so Longo comes in for him. And Shibazaki coming back from his injury means he's no longer on the bench. So we'll have to make changes there as well. Yarmolenko can sit on the bench with Shibazaki coming in for him. Just change that around, make sure everything is lined up how I like it. Okay, that will do. So yeah, as I said today, mathematically speaking, we could confirm our promotion today in the automatic spots. Apologies for anyone that saw yesterday's episode and was thinking, hang on, no, you're not promoted yet. What are you thinking? Because you were right. You were absolutely spot on. I have no idea what I was thinking. It's been a weird week. So here we are at the Riazor, I believe. Yes, indeed, because it is a home game. I'm really not paying attention today. And the players coming out and lining up. You will notice that this is not the best looking episode that we've done in some time. It was recorded natively on the PlayStation 4. Technical reasons. Hopefully Monday we will be back to normal. But for the time being, we are back on the PlayStation 4 as we kick off with Galoppo moving the ball out left to Jetro Willems. Plays it into Bonaventura. We're very quickly exploiting the left-hand side here. To move it inside to Shibazaki. It's a poor pass from Shibazaki, and Brandon manages to get it only as far as, Galoppo in the end. Shibazaki, Longo, through to Malejo. Surely his first chance. No, we can't get to it in time. Of course, the through ball's too heavy, but we have been given a free kick here. Longo was being paid very close attention to, and it looks as though he has been given a free kick for his troubles. Oh, it's off the post, off the bar, and Bonaventura can't find the net on the follow-up either, but what an effort by Malejo. He's been super impressive in these in this season and before with his free kicks, but he's really special from the free kicks. Peru can't win that header. It falls to Cardona, who tries to get the ball through to Adrian, who does manage to win it from Arbia. Cardona takes the shot. Danny Jimenez saves at his near post. You're not getting past him with a shot like that, my friend. And Galoppo tries to get things started quicker, but no, the ball falls to Brandon. He's got a man inside. Cardona managed to crowd him out, and Javi Montero brings the ball forward into Bonaventura, into Momo. Momo looking at his options, tries playing it over the top to Victor Malejo. Here's Adrian now on the right-hand side, having won the ball from Arbia. Moved out to Oya on the right-hand side. That is Oya and not Dyer, by the way. And now Zucchinia plays it into Cardona. Will he go for the return ball? No, he moves it inside instead. Here's Brandon. Through ball to Adrian. They might have an overlap here. Adrian gets past his man, plays it in the middle. And we just managed to get it clear. Momo picks the ball up now and plays it forward to Longo. Manages to make it stick. Malejo looking to get onto this. Can he? No, not quite. Now Oya into Garcia, back to Oya, back to Garcia. These two love each other. He's played it up the wing here to Zucchinia, but it goes too far for him, slightly overhit. And Willems will take the throw in on the left-hand side. Osasuna with slightly more of the possession so far. As Galoppo moves the ball centrally to Peru, and then it goes out to Arbia on the right-hand side. This team prefer to play down the flanks, but recently we've seen a bias towards playing more centrally. We'll see if that bears out today as Unai Garcia plays the ball out to Roncaglia. Gets it back with a little bit of open grass in front of him. Wastes the opportunity, plays it long finally, but only finds Arbia. There's a really poor pass there. And speaking of poor passes, we managed to salvage it. Momo, Bonaventura, through to Willems. There's a good chance here. Can he get the ball into the middle? Shibazaki. Momo. Good defence from Osasuna, getting bodies in the way of the ball wherever possible. You don't necessarily need to win the ball. You just need to make sure it doesn't end up in the back of the net. Willems will take this one. Outswinger into Shibazaki. Can't get his head to it. Arbia. Bonaventura. Oh, Bonaventura! The Italian maestro chests it down and finds the back of the net with a lovely placed half volley. He's put his team in the lead here. He doesn't score many, but when he does, they tend to be important goals. And none more so than this one, I should say. Easy for me to say. So they play off again. Osasuna kicking off. They're going to look to try and get into this one quickly. Going down a goal in 25 minutes. It leaves them a decent chunk of time to get back into it as Longo finds Shibazaki. Through ball to... Oh, there's been a mistake here. Victor Malejo chinks outside, left-footed. Victor Malejo. What a goal, son. The way he bent that ball around the goalkeeper was absolutely stunning. He really has developed into a fantastic attacking player. And look at this ball from Shibazaki. Somehow managing to get through to Malejo. Takes a couple of touches to set himself and then just bends it around the goalkeeper. That is the R2 trigger all day long, my friends. That's what it can do for you when you're using a player of class. Just dinks onto his left foot, opens up the angle and bends it around the goalkeeper. Brilliant goal, and a quick fire 2 goals for Deportivo have put them in control of this match. And all things being equal, should confirm automatic promotion with this game. Roncaglia to Unai Garcia. They're playing it back between each other as he plays a long ball forward. Willems will find this one though. Heads it to Bonaventura, who has options in front of him, but he uses none of them and he gives it to Cardona. Unai Garcia now out to Oyer, down the right flank to Zacchini. He's got a man running on the side of him, but he plays it back to Oyer instead. Osasuna playing safety first, despite the fact they're 2 goals down. And Willems once again winning the header on that left-hand side, finding Galoppo. Shibazaki. He was stretching a little bit for that one. He couldn't find the pass. The ball goes over the top and Peru, cool as you like, heads it out wide left to Jetro Willems, who then immediately looks up and switches flanks to Arbia on the right-hand side. Finds Shibazaki, who plays it down the right to Victor Malejo, who was in an offside position. And there'll be a free kick here for Osasuna about halfway into their own half. Inigo Perez will take. No doubt a long ball down the line. Yep. Into Brandon. Adrian will find this first. He'll go past Arbia with a pass. Peru read it and finds Arbia with his pass, who in turn looks for Shibazaki and finds him. Lovely diagonal ball, which eventually finds Momo here. He's dispossessed. Oh, that's not good. Galoppo doing a really, really intelligent bit of defending there. He saw that his captain had committed himself and played himself out of position. And so he just came back a little bit as Victor Malejo lobs it over the top onto Momo. Could he find a third here? He does. What a superb finish by Momo, but more than that, the cross from Victor Malejo was really what set it all up for him. Just dinked it over the top on his left, perfectly weighted. Momo still had a little bit to do, had to bully the other player off the ball, and then left-footed, just found that gap between the goalkeeper and the near post. Brilliant finish from Momo. And it's 3-0 here now, and Osasuna are sinking without trace. They're going to have to find something quickly. Otherwise, they're going to come away from this with absolutely nothing to their names. As Galoppo picks up the ball again in the base of the midfield, plays it up into, well, eventually Momo looking for it, but he loses out, and that's the half-time whistle. We might experiment a little bit in this second half. being as we're in such a commanding position, I would quite like to have a look at another formation, because I feel like our squad is built in such a way that a 4-4-2 might actually work in our favour. I know that Bonaventura can play on the right, although so can Malejo, and actually thinking about it, hang on. Right, Galoppo and Shibazaki centrally. Hang on, we can play Momo on the left and play Bonaventura on the right, surely. Malejo's better up front anyway. Yep. Yep, he's right-footed, Momo's left. So we'll switch those two over. So there we go. That seems like a fairly balanced team. And it gives us some tactical options down the line if we need to change things up a little bit. We'll see how that goes for us in this second half. But really happy with that first half. And hopefully results will go our way as Oya restarts. He tries playing down the right-hand side early on into Brazanac. Back to Oya. Momo intercepting the ball to Zucchini and plays it inside to Galoppo. Here's Shibazaki. Moves it all the way over to the other flank for Arbia. He's looking at the runners ahead of him, but instead he decides to play it inside. Eventually it finds its way through to Unai Garcia, who looks to play a ball across the back to Oya. And now they're exploiting this right wing again. Cardona is picked up by Javi Montero. Bad pass by the captain. He should have done better than that. Long one forward. Adrian's going to pick this one up, I think. He's looking at the man running on the inside. Can Arbia do anything about it? No. Oh, they bypass Arbia completely. Adrian cuts back, and that gives Arbia the opportunity to make the tackle and save the blushes. Galoppo somehow manages to find Shibazaki, and eventually it works its way back to Javi Montero, who's got time to look up and just think about what he's going to do with it. Finds Willems. Here's Momo on the left-hand side. There's a run ahead of him from Longo. But he decides to cut back and give it to Galoppo instead. To Shibazaki. Back out to Arbia again. There's a lot of sideways passes here, but they're kind of cutting us off. That's a good one. Cross into the middle. Longo can't get to it. He's stretching his neck as far as he can. Here's Galoppo. Again, can't quite get onto it. Shibazaki gets possession in the centre of the pitch, plays it to Galoppo, out left to Willems. There's Momo. Can he get it back to Willems? He can. Can Willems find a cross? Oh, Malejo very close. But eventually Osasuna play it down the right-hand side. Cardona with a, I was going to say a good bit of control, but he ended up putting it out. So can't really say that at all, can you? Seponic comes on. And we're just going to change things up a little bit. I think the midfield's a little bit deep here. And we might as well make a change while we're at it. So Shibazaki can come off and Shelvey can come on in his place. And we'll just move him up a little bit. Hopefully get him a little bit more involved down the centre. We are still playing with central attacking focus as we play it into Momo from Willems. Across to Shelvey. Back to Galoppo, who's making a forward run now. Shelvey, can Galoppo find him? He gets it into Longo. Here's Shelvey. Can he get the... No, he plays it outside. Willems. And eventually Osasuna managed to scramble it away. Here's Seponic. The substitute who's just come on. Garcia. Oya. Brazanac back to Oya, who's shifted away from his marker. Seponic. Into Zucchini. There's a runner on the outside to the right there. I'm going to have to watch out for that as they come forward. I might have to watch out for a lot of things, though. They're really swamping us now. Oya. Javi Montero. Not the best pass in the world by a long shot, but at least he won the tackle. Can he win another one? No. Near post. Oh, this is in. No, it's not. Oof. Restart play here with Danny Jimenez. Goal kick. He plays it out to Arbia on the right-hand side. Just going to look at our options. Bonaventura can't lay a foot on it and gave away a foul anyway. High foot, I think. So Osasuna on the halfway line. Look to play this one forward. Zucchini will pick up the second ball. Brasnach. He's gone past two. Finds Oyer on the outside. Can he find a cross to... No, he plays it back to Zakinia instead. Could cross from deep here. No, he just jockeys past. Some nice little 1-2s forming. The goalkeeper claims it with ease in the end. They're going to have to do better than that. And there's that little kick out by Zakinia on the goalkeeper there. That's a little bit childish, don't you think? Just because you're losing. Look at Javi Montero go, though. And then immediately give it to an Osasuna player. Oh, this could be dangerous. Brandon's in on goal here. Great save by the goalkeeper. Well done, son. You've earned your corn today, boy. Every player in this team getting to shine a little bit today. I think might actually just change the formation again. 4-4-2 was okay. I didn't feel like it was doing anything for us particularly. And in fact, we might as well experiment with another variation on the 4-3-3. We'll play the two defensive midfielders instead. Shelvey can play in the attacking role. And William Arau will be given the opportunity. So it's a corner kick to Osasuna here. We're going to have to keep our eyes on this one. If we let one in at this point, it could be a very nervy last 10 minutes. Oof. Got away with that one. So Jimenez again looks to start play off by playing it out to Arbia on the right-hand side. Moves it inside to Galoppo. It's a nice little ball there. Back to Arbia, the 1-2 working out nicely. Here's Shelvey. Nice turn. Unfortunately, he outdoes himself as well as the player. And this could be dangerous now. They're flooding forward in numbers. Walker manages to win himself a free kick. I was about to say that manages to lose the ball to Javi Montero. Not that there's any shame in that. He's a very good defender. Roncaglia will have the opportunity from the free kick to load it into the box. Oh, okay, they go a little bit short. Cristo Gonzalez. Here's Adrian. Inigo Perez. Cuts back inside. He's going to go right-footed. No, he waits a little bit too long. And William Arau able to impress. We lose the ball again. Willems just sneaking in behind there. He's a sneaky veteran. Going to miss him. This is possibly one of his last games for the club. He's retiring at the end of the season. Oh, and that's bad from Oyer, and he really should get a yellow card for this. And he does. The referee acknowledging just how bad that tackle was. And Javi Montero now with the opportunity to load it into the box at the opposite end. Shelvey, and again, just lacking that bit of composure, Shelvey. Walker to Brasnach. They're moving the ball fairly quickly, Osasuna. Inigo Perez. Come on, Arbia. You got to do something with this boy. Oh, he's done him again. They continue to use this ball over the top of our fullbacks. It's a weakness that we identified some time ago. Fortunately, the cross isn't very good, and Jimenez ends up... And that's it. That's the final whistle. And you can tell from the players celebrating that puts us mathematically clear of third place, and in so doing confirms, finally, 24 hours later than I originally thought, confirms our promotion to the Primera Division. The players high-fiving and applauding the fans in attendance. It's always nice to be able to do these things in front of your home fans, and we have done today. A brilliant performance. Victor Malejo getting the man of the match, and quite rightly. Oh, man. Right, so looking at the table there, you can see we're 12 points clear of Racing Santander. So actually, in theory, 28, 37, 5 games left, 15 points. They can only get 90. We could win this. We could win the league with our next match. If Santander are unable to match our result, then we are champions of the second division. Let's do this. Let's do this now. Let's get this on. Before we do, let's just sort out some contracts. Javi Montero sorted. David Carmona. Let's go back to that in a minute. William Arrau. We've had an offer, but honestly, I feel like we need to keep hold of him for next season. We're not struggling for transfer budget, but with the salary budget the way it is, I don't know if we can afford to replace players of his quality at the moment. David Carmona, on the other hand, he's only going to get worse, and if he's not been that great, he's the second choice at the moment. And with his wages, maybe it's time. Let's see if we can get a bit more money for him. He's got a release clause of how much? 2.2. Okay, if they're willing to pay us a release clause, they can have him. And we'll pick up a youth prospect, either a uncontracted player or another player from the youth team. But let's get this done now. This is what we're here for. We want to win the league. And we're going to have to make a few changes because form is not great. Yarmolenko can play on the left. Shelvey can play through the middle. And Longo did well in the last match. Not brilliantly, but he did better than bad. So he can get another game. We scored despite the fact that Berg wasn't on the pitch. So I think that'll do us. Let's get all of this organised. I do like to have all of my players lined up correctly. And yeah. I know. But I feel like Willems... I need to get used to Willems playing. Not playing, sorry. So Rene gets this game. And I'm sure that Willems will understand. A bit more pace down the left-hand side would be lovely, because Yarmolenko is a very strong player. He's a very physical player, but he doesn't have that pace. And so we need to find that somewhere else. I think Rene can give us that extra little bit of pace down the left-hand side on the overlap. So that's the thought process behind that, and also because we need to get used to him as number one left-back. So this is as good a time as any to start. So here we are at Tenerife, and this match is the one that could confirm our championship win. As Shelvey picks it up in the middle of the park, plays it back to Peru and into Galoppo. Nice fast passing to start the game off. Shelvey down the right-hand side to Arbia. Immediately, the attacking fullbacks are getting into it. Here's Bonaventura early on. Can he get the opener? No. Tried to place that a little bit too much. I probably should have just put my foot through it. Rene finds the ball inside to Shelvey, who just turns his back on play to keep hold of it. Galoppo. Well, it finds its way through eventually. Back heel to Malejo, doesn't come off, and they lob it forward. Galoppo will recycle possession if Shelvey can hang on to it, which he can't. And we could be in trouble here because Bernabe brings it forward. Arbia should be able to head this back to the keeper, and does. Jimenez will look to roll it out to Javi Montero, who is the better passer of the two centre-backs. Here's Rene down the left-hand side, plays it inside to Bonaventura, forward to Yarmolenko, can't get onto it. That's where that lack of pace is a little bit of an issue, because we're going from Momo, who's a speed demon, to Yarmolenko, who isn't, let's be honest. Arbia runs onto the ball, he's got options ahead of him, and he finds Victor Malejo. Can he get inside for a cross? He can. But Ndiaye is more than equal to it. And to be honest, the cross wasn't that good. He moves it out. Long ball forward. Javi Montero is going to have to deal with this one. And he does. Galoppo. Bonaventura straight up to Longo. Lobbed over the top. Yarmolenko looking to roll onto it. Can't win it. But Luis Perez puts it out for a throw-in, which we will take on this left-hand side. Good possession so far. Malejo into Yarmolenko. Option central. Shelvey just took a second to wind it up. And he didn't have that time as Galoppo wins the ball. Victor Malejo into Yarmolenko. No. Again, the pass not good. His composure in front of goal is better than his composure when passing in tight areas. Let's put it that way. Rene, ball down the left-hand side. Yarmolenko gone to this. No, again, the pace. The pace is the issue. I have to remember, I don't have that blistering pace on the left. Tripping myself up a little bit as Montero goes up to win the header and does do so. Rene centrally to Longo, out to Yarmolenko. Bonaventura. Oh, Malejo. If he just controlled that, he was through. Mazan moves it into the centre, and it eventually finds its way out to Luis Perez on the right. Nobody wins that header. Arbia picks it up and plays it into Shelvey, who finds Galoppo. Ball up to Longo. And it's going to be a foul, as it should be. He was slide tackling Longo before the ball was even in their half. Shall we have a crack? Let's have a crack. Javi Montero from all of 50 yards. Oof! I don't know if that was on target, but the goalkeeper got a hand to it. Oh, I think it was going off the crossbar again, you know. But good lord, he is able to put some welly behind those free kicks. Goalkeeper punches out to McKennedy. Galoppo wins the ball but can't find the pass. I think that's one area where we could potentially improve, is a defensive midfielder with better passing range. I do like Galoppo, but we potentially need better passers in the side. And he is one of the players that lets himself down slightly in that regard. However, as a defensive midfielder playing simple passes, he can't be faulted. It's just where he gets into attacking areas. Here's Bonaventura. Speaking of attacking areas, he's got a chance here. Looks to shape it. And that was all R2 button that. Maybe it needed a bit more power just to loop it around and over the hand of the goalkeeper. It was a lovely shot. Victor Malejo into Shelvey, the two bald men. Yarmolenko. Oh. I could be tempted in the traditions of previous PES games to create a team just exclusively made up of bald men. Bald and balding men. I can't remember what they were called, but you remember at the end of every season, as Longo picks the ball up outside the area, plays it through Yarmolenko. It's just offside. Shouldn't have delayed the pass as much as I did. Yeah, you remember there used to be pre-season and off-season friendlies against players, and it was always, they had weird names, and it was like the old boys, which was the retiring players. We still have that. But then there was another one which was, and I can't remember the name of the teams, but all of the players were bald. I can't remember for the life of me what it was. And I think there are other ones as well. There were other special teams that were put together, but I can't remember what the determining factor was, whether they were all dirty players or aggressive players or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like maybe I could make a fairly decent team of baldies in this game. Of course, I'm going to count people who shave their heads on purpose as bald, because I'm not entirely sure whether John Joe Shelvey is actually bald or just likes to make himself as aerodynamic as possible. As Javi Montero picks the ball up and gets it to the aforementioned Shelvey. Malejo, there's an option out left. Can't quite find him. Out right, sorry. I'm getting my lefts and rights mixed up. And Galoppo blocks off the runner, wins the ball, and passes it back to Javi Montero. That's what he's good at. Those simple passes after good defensive effort. As Yarmolenko just about manages to pick this ball up. Longo holds it up well, plays a through ball. Bonaventura can't win the ball back, but he's doing everything he can to. Galoppo from distance. Oh, it's a good save from the goalkeeper. I think that was going in. And Dai's having a very good game between the sticks. Of course, I said this last game would be Mallorca. It's actually Tenerife. Popular holiday destinations both. I want to get straight into this second half. I think they're here for the taking. We just have to find the right pass. So Galoppo's not the person for that. Shelvey, on the other hand, he could be, as he finds Victor Malejo, who is crowded out by two players. I think they're doing a little bit of a marking job on him. Peru picks up the ball and plays it forward to Malejo. He does well, despite the lack of pace on the ball. Out to Arbia is Longo. Arbia. Bonaventura. Oh, he'd done it in the previous game. I thought he might be able to do it again. It's a well-worked chance, but maybe from the corner. Arbia swings it out, near post. Yarmolenko can't get to it, but Malejo picks up the loose ball. Inside to Rene, who runs past his man. Can we find the cross? Yes, we can. No, Longo. Malejo out to Bonaventura. Shelvey has a dig. Can't get it past the wall. Picks the ball up, though, and recycles it back to Galoppo, who's got plenty of options ahead of him. Finds Bonaventura. Out to the left wing for Rene, who lobs one into the area. Yarmolenko, again, can't get it past the players. They're doing a good job of getting men behind the ball. Shelvey! Yarmolenko might get onto this. Yeah, he can't, but the deflection takes it out. And that's going to be a corner kick. We're laying siege. Surely a matter of time before someone scores. I'm not going to say who, because I'll probably end up jinxing it. Arbia swings it in. Bonaventura again can't find the header, but he wins the ball. Back to Galoppo. Has a shot, and it comes loose. Wins the ball again. Well done, Galoppo. The defensive side of his game as strong as ever. Malejo can't get past the player, but he only comes out to Arbia. Shelvey back to Arbia. Cross incoming. And it goes out for another corner kick. It's good play by Deportivo. They're definitely the stronger of the two sides. They just can't find that finish. Arbia swings it in. Oh, there's a chance for Rene. Galoppo. Bonaventura underneath it. Finds the header. Rene's going to pick this up. Out to Bonaventura, who tries to take it around the outside. Plays it into Rene. For a second, I thought that might be in. You'll notice now it's summer, he's no longer the magician. He's taken the gloves off and he's thrown them away. I kind of can't look forward until winter. I'm looking forward until winter. I can't wait. I want to see the little magician in his full garb. Maybe he loses his powers as Javi Montero moves it forward to Galoppo. Maybe he loses his footballing powers when he doesn't wear his gloves. I never thought of that. Galoppo out to Javi Montero. Again, the centre-backs splitting and the defensive midfielder filling in as a third centre-back as the full-backs advance. It's nice to see tactically that they have their heads screwed on. Galoppo goes up for the header, but he can't win it. And there's a free kick here. I'm not sure who for. It's offside. So, of course, that would be a free kick to us. You'd bloody hope so anyway. Let's make some changes. Yarmolenko's lack of pace is annoying me, so Morales, who definitely hasn't got that problem, is going to come off. And Rene's looking knackered. So Jetro Willems is coming on in what could be the championship winning game. Let's hope it is for his sake. Javi Montero gives an early touch of the ball to Jetro Willems. Galoppo. Back out to Willems. Bonaventura. Finds Willems again, but it's a little bit too heavy and it goes out of play before he's able to get a touch on it. He acknowledges the pass, although it wasn't the best. In fairness, he'd probably have every right to be a bit critical. And that's interesting from Tenerife. They've played it out for a corner themselves under very little to no pressure. Arbia swinging in. Malejo's underneath it. Morales! He can't get to it. Galoppo will though. And he runs it wide. Can we get the cross in here? Yes, we can. Morales again. And now Dani Gomez has it. And this could be a counter-attack for Tenerife. And wouldn't you know our luck, we'll probably concede as they flood forwards. They've put great numbers forward. But the pass is poor. Montero picks it up. Gives it to Peru. And now here's Arbia into Shelvey. That's a poor pass from Shelvey. He's got no right to feel any good about that. Arbia gets a touch on the ball but loses out. And here's Dani Gomez and they have numbers forward again. Malbasic. Banabe. Oh. We're starting to ride our luck here a little bit. Ball played out by Jimenez to Arbia. This is a very well-worn route to restart the game for Deportivo. Inside to Shelvey, nice pass into Bonaventura, not such a nice pass. Galoppo just completely ignores the ball. I don't know what happened there. The AI needs a word of itself. Lobbed in, Jimenez is alive to it though, no danger there. We'll just roll it out to Javi Montero and see if we can get things going from the back. Here's Bonaventura. Morales, he's got an option out on his left-hand side if Willems carries on that run, but he doesn't. Malejo, Longo, surely a chance here for Longo. Oh, he's only gone and done it. The striker who was here when we arrived. may very well have won the championship for his team despite being very much out of favour. When you've got a player like Berg in the team, it's no wonder that he would be out of favour. But my, what a calm, collected finish. Brilliant little passing move to set it up as well. And honestly, for any player to score, I'm very happy that it was Longo. Don't know if he's going to be here next season, but he's definitely done his part in this game. We've only got 7 minutes left, and immediately we give the ball away, and all this could be dangerous. There's a runner on the outside, and they found him. Luis Milla. Oh, and Peru has absolutely ruined him there. Brilliant tackle from Peru. He's a simple man. He likes beer, women, and crunching tackles. Ball through to Victor Malejo here. Looks to dink back on his left foot, perhaps. No, he's just outdone himself, really. Bonaventura can't get to the ball. Tenerife are going to have to do something quickly if they want to take anything from the game. That's not how they're going to do it, though. Lobbed up in the air. Bonaventura underneath it. Morales looking to chase it, but he's not going to get there. Victor Malejo might. Not quite. It feels like the Depor players are all there or thereabouts. They're just not getting a touch at the final second as Jimenez picks the ball up. And surely that's the end of it. We only got 3 minutes of time and we've just entered the third. Come on, ref, blow up. And that's it. The championship belongs to Deportivo La Coruna. And not only are we returning to the promised land of the Primera League next season, we're doing so with some silverware under our belts. The players hugging and applauding the travelling fans. Letting them know that they were definitely a part of this. There's only a very small section of fans as the ticker tape begins to flow. Tenerife won't want to see this, but Deportivo won't care as they sit for their obligatory non-trophy photograph. 64% possession, 14 shots, 8 on target. And this, I might remind you, is on superstar difficulty. I can't believe I had problems with it to begin with, but we've got there now. We've got over it. And my word, next season we're back in the Primera League where we belong. But more importantly, well, not more importantly, but just as importantly, we did it as champions. So I've got some things to do by the end of the off-season. And we can see there that Racing Santander now cannot catch us. Mathematically, we are secure on 90 points. I'm going to play the rest of the games off camera. And on Monday, we'll come back for a brand new season in the Primera Division. Thanks very much for all of your support through the series and this season in particular. It's been a rough one. It's been up and down. But I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And please do come back on Monday for a little bit more. Shorter video on Monday. It'll only be the one match that we play. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.